I'm Jake.
I'm Tom.
And we are VIMTV Velocities of Music. Today, guys, we are going to do Mogwai's 2011 release, Hardcore Will Never Die, But You Will, in case you didn't know. Mogwai, they're kind of a post-rock band, kind of a big deal in post-rock, actually, and a lot of people really are into Mogwai, and they brought a lot of people to the post-rock style, which you have to be thankful for, because let's face it, post-rock is pretty awesome. Tom, what do you think about Mogwai's Hardcore Will Never Die, But You Will?
I liked it. It's not as ambitious, I feel like, not quite as experimental and moving as some of their older stuff. But still, like you said, these guys are veterans of the scene. Them and like Tortoise and a lot of bands that have been around since the 90s and stuff. They've really helped influence the genre and influence a lot of other bands in the genre. I remember when I had a chance to talk to Dredge a couple of years ago, talked to Mark, their guitarist, and he said that Mogwai is a huge influence on him. And if you listen to Dredge, you can totally tell.
Right.
So, even outside this genre, they've been influencing a lot of people. And it's because of their ambition in their sound that's always been there that I don't feel like is there as much on Hardcore Will Never Die, But You Will. But still, these guys know how to write a good prog, post-rock tune. I feel like there's a lot more melody here in the instruments, identifiable melodies that move throughout rather than just mood or just random craziness. So there's a little more to latch onto, I'd say, which for some reason, for some people, I think is going to be a good thing, and for some people, I think is going to be a bad thing. It's definitely a lot more accessible, but still, there's some experimentation on here. Not as much. It's not like, it's not as extreme, I think, as some people are making it sound.
Right.
It's not completely just devoid of all, experimentation at all.
It's not sellout either.
No, it's somewhere in between. They're taking a step in a different direction, and it's not completely sacrificing the things that they've been building over the years. But it's not.
It's safer.
Yes. It's not entirely doing them justice at all either. Now, you do get some stuff with some weird vocals on this album, almost kind of similar to what Saxon Shore did with a track or two on It Doesn't Matter. But the vocals certainly don't take the spotlight like all of a sudden, don't freak out like, oh my gosh, post-rock with vocals, I can't handle it.
Well, and they often
like
put so much. They often put so much distortion or different production effects on the vocals that it makes it more of an instrument than it is actually a vocal part. So, but overall, I really felt like the songwriting and the song structures that they use. The song structures I feel is where they could probably have improved a little bit. That's where I think that they really made it safe, is that a lot of it's pretty accessible post-rock. They keep the track lengths down. There's a lot of the whole post-rock builder kind of song structure, where they start really slow and they crescendo, and then there's this huge explosion at the end, and that's all cathartic. And then they even do some where they're going back and forth between verses and choruses like you would see in a pop song, or even in just traditional modern rock. And that's where I think you could have seen more expansiveness. But as far as the songwriting, they have a lot of really good guitar in this album. A lot of the instrumentation is just excellent. It's always well done. But my favorite part about this album is the production. But I also kind of feel like it's an Achilles heel, because the production is so crisp, it's so clean, it's so perfect that it almost makes it seem too pristine. Kind of like what I felt about Maserati's album.
Yeah, makes it a little sterile. I would have liked to see a little more just balls, just taking it to the extreme and the intensity. You
can tell why they did it. They definitely wanted to make these things more accessible than Mogwai's previous releases. But and so by coupling it with the simplification of some of the song structures and coupling that with just the perfect, pristine, almost to the point of being sterile production, I think is what makes it so accessible, so easy to listen to. But I really enjoy it. I find that some of these are enjoyable. But the one thing that I kind of got stuck on when listening to hardcore is just that some of these songs, they're playing with the moods a little bit. Some of these songs have a more optimistic, almost Saxon Shore feel to them.
Yeah.
And some of them are darker, more moody. And I really just kind of preferred the moody songs. And I don't think that this is a pure displacement thing where tracks are just so clearly better than other tracks. I think it's just that, some of these I liked a lot more than some of the other ones. And I think it's more of a personal preference thing just because of how they're flipping around with the moods. And maybe that's something that they could have fixed with a better albumized feel to it, grouping songs together and transitioning instead of having just kind of just songs randomly scattered like pepperonis. I don't know, but that's just me. I guess a lot of people out there are struggling with it, and that's kind of sad because I feel like this is the perfect spring album. If you're interested in a good rainy day album, I'd check out Hardcore Will Never Die But You Will. But yeah, I mean, a lot of that is where I kind of feel that Mogwai maybe has taken a step back. I don't feel like some of the fans should really give up on Mogwai quite yet because I still feel like this is a good, solid release. I'm feeling around a 77, Tom. I don't know where you're sitting.
I'm actually going to meet you right there. I was thinking upper 70s, and I feel like anything higher than that is giving this too much credit. Anything lower than that is just dismissing a lot of the good things that are here.
So pretty much to sum that up, it's just a solid post-rock album. And while it is a little bit more accessible than most post-rock, it's going to still be, I think, a very pleasing listen for you. So I think I would highly recommend it. Now, I want to know what your favorite Mogwai album is. So you leave us a comment and then tell us what you thought about Hardcore Will Never Die But You Will. I'm Jake.
I'm Tom.
And we are VIMTV, Velocities and Music. Thanks for watching, everybody. We are moving music critique forward.